Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make a press-on nail order. I've already done the first 5 fingers, so I'll show you guys me doing the other 5. We are doing a very classic French tip, classic, kind of look, but we're going to jazz it up a little bit with some butterflies and also a couple of crystals. So we've got you want your 2 core colors. Of course you want your nude, and then you also want your white. So bold white is like the best white from Madame Glam I've ever tried. It's like the consistency there, everything is perfection. So if you want to practice or just get really good, I feel like having good products for French tip is such a key, and that one you're honestly gonna love. So if they've still got it on the website, definitely go ahead and grab it. I know that they kind of like switch out the colors all the time. They're constantly bringing out new collections, and they're constantly like kind of taking away the old colors, bringing in the new and all of that kind of stuff. So I don't know if it's still on the website, but if it is, definitely advise grabbing it because it's amazing. And then you want to pick out your nude. I feel like everyone has a different kind of preference on their nude. I do like a bit more of a pinky nude and occasionally a little bit of a beige nude, but I know everyone has different preferences, and some prefer it a bit more kind of like sheer looking, some don't. So kind of just pick out the kind of nude that you're into. And apply the nude across all those nails, and then pop it into lamp for a cure. I am using Nails gel polish today, and that one is a gorgeous nude, but as you can see, it's quite sheer. So because they're press-ons, I'm just a bit concerned that when you go ahead to glue them, for there not to be anything kind of coming through. So I do end up doing 3 coats of the nude, but I do a very, very thin layer, so I can go ahead and do 3 and kind of build up, because you also don't want the nail too bulky. So make sure you work with very nice thin layers. And then now we can crack on with our French tip. I do have a whole separate video on my channel of me kind of walking you through doing French tips, different techniques and methods on how to perfect your French tips. So if you're into that or wanting to see it, definitely check it out on the channel. But for today, I just kind of went ahead because there's a lot of French tip we need to get through, and I always do 2 coats on my French tips, even though sometimes it doesn't always need it, but it's just through practice. I always do 2 coats because with the Madame Glam Bold White, you can definitely get away with just doing the 1 coat. And you just want to do your smile line, coloring the tips, of course, do that 5 times. Great practice to get it in. And French tips are always such a loved design. I feel like everyone loves them. You can't go wrong with them. And you can jazz them up. You can, tone them down too. They're really nice and versatile and stuff. So if you're able to get practicing, I would definitely advise. And yeah, check out my video because I do different methods and stuff and walk you through step by step, but just a little brief on how I do it today through my practice. And occasionally I still get it wrong. Like the very first nail, I had to, cut it, go off camera, wipe the nail and retry. But I do myself a line in the center where I kind of want the lower part of the smile line to be, and then I drag my brush to the corners to create that curved line. So through practice, I just can envision it, and I just know how to bend my brush and how to do it. But if you're brand new to doing nails and French tips in particular, it's going to take you a little while to practice that, but practice makes perfect, I feel like, with nails in particular. So definitely keep trying, don't give up with anything you do, and hopefully you eventually get it. I know everyone prefers different methods. I just do it the way I do it, but you might end up finding different methods that work best for you. So definitely try it out. And I think it also matters what kind of product you have at home and what kind of nail art brushes you use and stuff. So I quite like a long brush, but some might like a shorter brush or an even longer brush, kind of up to you. I find that like a not too long, but a fairly long brush kind of works best for me when it comes to French tips. I've got like a bit more control over it. If it's too short, I feel like getting that curve and nice long line is going to be a bit of a pain for you. And here we go again. So I do end up cutting the footage quite short. I cut it at this nail. I just keep repeating it, and then off camera real quick I will go ahead and do another coat of the white, and then we can crack on with the fun part of the video, which is the butterflies and the crystals. So I wanted to jazz it up. That was the request, so especially with the blues. So I went through my sticker collection, and I have a bunch of stickers that I never use. So I went through them, and I have quite a lot of blue stickers in particular. So I started showing you guys here a couple of blue stickers that I found. I have way more, but I was kind of trying to stay within the same range of butterfly looks, if that makes sense. So kind of keeping it with the same shades and stuff. And I did end up actually, although I show you a couple sheets, I ended up staying with just this one sheet there. It seemed to have enough butterflies that I needed, and it has a nice range of variety of butterflies too. Some have like a darker tip, some have different sizes as well, some a bit more blue, lighter, darker, all that kind of stuff, and that's exactly what you need, because I don't really want my nails to look identical each one, so being able to kind of change it up a little bit with the different butterflies, that was quite fun, and it just makes the set a little bit more interesting. So essentially at this stage, I'm just having a good time. I'm peeling off, I'm changing the sizes. Some nails have 2 butterflies, some nails have 1. Obviously, the pinky will end up having 1 because it's a tiny nail. But the closer we get into the thumb, the more you can actually fit 2 down. So you want to put like a big one down and then a smaller one at the bottom near the tip as the nail kind of curves into a tip kind of thing. All of that kind of stuff. Just have a great time. Go ham, have fun, or do less. Kind of, you can really customize it up to your liking, change the color up, whatever. And if you don't have stickers, you can actually just stamp some down too if you've got a stamping plate. And some butterflies, and just kind of switch out the colours and make it work. And the stickers that I'm using today are actually from Shein. I got them a while ago. I don't really use stickers too much on my channel, which is such a shame. Like I said, I've got so many, but I just never use them. I kind of tried to focus so hard on doing manual arts and stuff, and I sometimes forget that a lot of us have simple stuff at home, and you can create such beautiful designs with just some stickers. Bit of stickers, bit of charms, some crystals, and you're basically good to go. Maybe, the French tip, and you're ready. So, I'm going to continue with the butterflies. I'm kind of trying to follow through what I've done with the first 5 fingers as well. So if the thumb has 2 butterflies, I'm doing the same on the other thumb as well, kind of thing. So I do have the other 5 fingers next to me, kind of referring back to it. And I'm also trying to kind of switch up the butterfly look as well. So if the thumb had like a butterfly with the darker like wings, I tried to pick out a different one. I just honestly don't like nails to look identical. I really like one set to busy. So if you know me and you've been on my channel for a while, you know I really like that. So this set as it is quite mellow for me than my usuals. But we're almost there, just one more butterfly to go. And then I'm going to add an extra bit of sparkle into the set, and I went in with some clear crystals. So usually I do ABs, but I felt like it kind of needed a bit more of like a clear crystal in this one. And rather than playing around with different sized crystals, I went in with only one size, fairly small one too, just for it to work with the pinky, but also with the thumb. You don't want it to be too big because it'll kind of overwhelm and will look kind of out of place on the set, but also not too tiny because you do want it to come through and not kind of just disappear as well. And then I'm going to get my nail art charm glue. So I use the Macart one. I love it to pieces. I've had pretty good retention with it. And I do also take extra steps to help those crystals stay on there. So I'll walk you through that in a moment later on in the video, but very simple steps. And I do seem to have the crystals stay on for a very long time, which is good. So essentially I am just, again, having fun, just popping the rhinestone glue gel wherever. And then just placing the crystals down. So I don't want too many, because also the butterflies have taken up quite a lot of space and you don't want to overwhelm the set, but also not too little. You don't want them too close to one another, or all of that kind of thing to consider when you're placing your crystals down. So the thumb had quite a lot. It's a big thumb, but the pinky might end up only having 3 or 4 at most. I think the least I've placed are 4 crystals. The most I've placed were 5 crystals actually. So yeah, kind of keep it in that range. And when it comes to sizes of press-ons, those in particular, I'd probably say they're about a size medium. If you're often buying sets or making them, then just to kind of give you an idea of how big those press-ons are on this set today, because sometimes when you're recording and you're zoomed in, it makes them look smaller or bigger, for example, when sometimes they're a little bit, in reality, they're much smaller. And then once I'm happy, I'll pop it into lamp for a cure. And once it comes out, as a way of kind of helping me keep them in place, I do apply a layer of base coats to kind of keep them in place. You could do a layer of top coat and then another layer of top coat if you wanted to. I have a lot of base coats. It's just a method of me using it. I don't want to waste my top coats. Those are always required. Base coats, not so much with press-ons. So I'm going to do a layer of base coats, and the one I'm using today is from Venelisa. And then I'll pop that into lamp for a cure. And I'm like, not applying too much, but also not too little. I really want to cement those crystals in place and make sure they are not budging. And then once it comes out, I will go ahead and do a layer of top coat at that stage. We are doing glossy today. And I am using the Macart one. Really like the Macart. I love you can get it in a set too. They come with like a base coat and stuff. You can get like a 2-pack of it. And the glue for the press-on nails as well. I absolutely love it. I use it on myself all the time. and they stay on, which is great. I know this can be controversial. I know not everyone likes it. I do apply my top coat / base coat on top of my crystals, where possible anyways. I just find that it just helps me keep them in place. They're still very shiny, I find, so I don't really have any issues with that, but I know some people don't like that. You can not do it. You can do like your varnishing glue gel, float your top coat on top, and then put your crystals in. There's different methods out there. Definitely do your research and see what works for you. Try out different methods and see. But that's kind of my method of trying to keep it in place, and it does work pretty well. So happy days. That's the base coat done there. That's going to go into the lamp. Now we're back again. There's the Mercart top coat that we're going to apply to finish it off. And I always ensure that I'm capping my tips at this stage now with the top coat. You don't always have to with your gel polish and all that, but top coat definitely, it will possibly lift. If it does, I find that it kind of ends up lifting around week 3 for me, so it's not even that tragic if you do forget it or anything like that, but just to kind of help with your retention, make sure you know that you can reuse them and stuff as well if you wanted to kind of extend their life, because they do obviously take a very long time to make in the first place anyway, so it would be great to kind of be able to wear them a couple of times and make them survive as long as it's possible. So I'm trying to cap and go over the edge basically. And because there's a lot of crystals and obviously it's bulky and stuff in areas, so I'm trying to kind of ensure that I am applying a nice thin even layer of top coat across the whole nail. And then that will go into the lamp very cute. I'll show you guys in a moment though, me popping it into its little container that I use. I've got these plastic, what they look like, boxes for the nails. I know some people use cardboard boxes, like gift box looking things, but these are really nice because they're very small and thin and easy to ship to, and I feel like it gives like a luxurious look and feel to it as well. I also got them from Shein. They've got different looks, colors, variations and stuff like that, so if you're going to do press-ons, I'd highly advise and recommend that, to be honest. Here it is. It's really, really cute, and you can do like your sticker on there for, you know, your brand and stuff. You can really like customize and stuff. It's really cute. But here we go. We're going to place the first 5 fingers, and I don't know if you noticed, but the top nude is a slightly different shade than the bottom one. That's often happens for some reason. I don't know if it's just my lamp or my gel polishers, but when it's freshly out the lamp, it kind of has a different color, and then after about an hour it kind of settles down into its final color, which will be the top. But basically these are the final results. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye guys.